Talented people, are they the ones with fame, love, money, and respect? Or are they the ones that had some exceptional skill they were born with? And what about the exact opposite of that? People that don't have any talent. What about those? And what is the difference between the talented and non-talented? Or should I say, what is the difference between Sino to Muno? And that is the very thing that this anime covers, and that anime is Hidarikiki no Eren. First, the talent, the Sino in this anime, Eren and Akari. Eren was a person that was born with an exceptional talent for art, an exceptional talent that everybody looks for, aspire for. But because of her situation, because of where she was, she couldn't do that art. She couldn't fulfill the talent that she was born for. She couldn't do it. And then Akari. Akari was a person that was born with the talent of modeling. But unlike Eren, she got the opportunities, she got the situation where she could flourish her talent for that exact modeling. The difference between these two characters was that if they got that very opportunity, the opportunity to flourish their talent from the beginning, and one then didn't. But there is a similarity between these two characters. These two characters wasted their whole life for their talent, for their destiny, for the thing they were born for, because that was the only thing they had, because that was the only thing they could do. It wasn't just that they were born with that talent. No, they wanted to do that. And that wantingness, that obsession with that skill, with that love of that talent, is the reason they wasted their whole life for that very talent. And that's why they let go of everything else. And the only thing they wasted their whole life on was that very talent. Because that was the only thing that mattered to them. And now the non-talented, the Muno, or calling him nobody would be much more appropriate. Koichi, from his high school days, he thought of himself as something more, as something much more that he was at that time. He thought that he could be something more. He aspired to be that talent. He aspired to be the talent that he saw, the talent of Eren, the talent that he was jealous of, that he himself wanted, that he thought that he had. But he never became that. But he could have. There were times that he did some amazing things. He did things that seemed impossible to him, that did not seem real, because I think true Munoness do not exist. A true nobody does not exist. He could have become something if he tried. Eren accepted him, and she called him her rival till the very end. Akari saw him. Akari connected with him. Sayori was with him. Sayori could guide him. Sayori could guide him to becoming something more, becoming something closer to his aspiration of that talent. He could have become that talent. The talent got attracted to him from the very surface. From whatever he did, he was the Muno. The talent knew that, but for some reason, that very talent was attracted to him. But because of his Munoness, because of his incompetence, because he was nobody, he couldn't understand that. He couldn't take that opportunity. He couldn't understood that there was an opportunity and let everything go. He let everything go, and in the end, he became nothing. He became the true embodiment of nobody, of Muno. He couldn't become the thing that he aspired to be. Now this is the reshoot of the last part of the video because I just watched the last episode. So the question was, what is Sino and what is Muno? What is the thing that differentiate the talented and non-talented? The talented ones are the ones they will waste their whole life for their one purpose, for the thing they were born for that exceptional skill they were born for the only thing they could do in their life, and waste every other thing, their family, their love, and everything for that talent. Those are the true talented. And what about the people who work hard? Are they not talented? How do we know that a person was born talented, or did their hard work made them reach to the place that we call talent? How do we know that? And what do the talented want to be? Do they want to be perfect and without any flaws at all? Do they want that? And do perfection even exist? And as Stephen Hawking says, one of the basic rules of the universe is that nothing is perfect. Perfection simply doesn't exist. Without imperfection, neither I nor you would exist. Now, if perfection doesn't exist, what are the talented aspiring for? What do they want to be? Where do they want to reach? What are they doing? And what about the mono, the nobodies, the non-talented? The true non-talented person is the person that have the opportunities to become something more, and become closer to the talent that they aspire to be. But they never take that opportunity to become something more because they are Timuno, because they are nobody, and they never realize that there is an opportunity to take, there is an opportunity to become something more. Can they never be talented? Can they never be something more that they want to be? Can they never be that talent that they look at, aspire for, are jealous of? Can that Muno, that we, us, I, look at that sign or reach for the stars beyond, and we stay at our place as we look longingly towards those signs? Can we only do that? Can we not become something more? Is our life purpose to stay like this? And what about the talents that exist right now, that we aspire to be, that we want to be, that we are jealous of? And what about the talented that have went by, that have exceptional skills? Were they truly talented? And can the mono, can the nobodies never become that? And if perfection doesn't exist, what is the ultimate goal of that talented people? Where do they want to reach if their goal doesn't even exist? And what about us, the Muno? Can we only walk behind those talented people that their goal themselves don't even exist? Can we only walk and stay behind them forever and ever and ever? Can we never become something else, something more? If perfection truly doesn't exist, what is Sino? What is Muno? What are these things supposed to be? Where do they come from and where do they go? Now, I have given you the grounds. I have given you the canvas. The canvas where you can write your own answer of that very question. Because you have to write, and you are the only one that can write the answer of that question on that very canvas. Because you will decide what is Sino and what is Mono.